So you just got into Among Us and you have no idea what you're doing. This 10-minute tutorial can teach you all you need to know about the basics of Among Us and how to play. My name is Danmu, and this is my channel. Thank you for tuning in, and please subscribe. And the first thing you're going to want to do is try to join in a public lobby. And sometimes this won't work on the first try, or there's an error that occurs. Just keep trying. The servers have a lot of people. And when you get into the lobby, you'll see that there's a 6-letter code. This is the code for the lobby. And to the right, you'll see the number of people, and to the left, you'll see public or private. Now, we're going to leave this game because I want to show you all of the different ways you can create your own lobby or have a lobby. So you can go into a lobby through the code on the bottom. You could find your own game through public, or you can host your own games. Hosting your own games includes choosing what map you want to play on, how many imposters, the language of the chat that you are having within your lobby, and the number of players. This is all pretty basic and pretty standard, self-explanatory, but I just wanted to include it in case anybody didn't understand that you have a 6-letter code, and that's how the lobbies work. This game is mobile friendly and also supports crossplay, so think about playing with your friends on mobile. Okay, so we are crewmates and we are on Skeld, the original and basic map that you will most likely be playing on. Now you're probably asking yourself, how do I win this game? Well, as a crewmate, you're going to be performing tasks, which are indicated on the map by a yellow exclamation point. The total task complete bar on the top left will actually show how many tasks have been completed. You can also see what other crewmates have been doing and how far you progressed throughout. This is the leaves. O2 clean O2 filter. You're just dragging the leaves, clicking them, dragging them, putting them into the chute just to be accepted, and task completed. Once you've completed a task, the task bar on the top left will be updated, and you'll be closer and closer to victory as a crewmate. Now, other crewmates will also be doing tasks at the same time, so make sure to watch the bar. The admin swipe is a difficult task. You have to go at an acceptable rate for the card to go through. If you go too fast or too slow, it may not go through, so make sure to not go too fast or too slow, but just at the right pace. Now we're going to head into electrical here. We're going to give power to weapons, and now you'll see that the map has updated and the weapons has a yellow exclamation point. This is updated. Some of the tasks are combined from one location to another, so if someone asks you and says, "Where did you divert power to?" you can say, "Oh, I diverted power to weapons," as you see in the task. Now, one important thing to note here, as we're going into medbay with scan, is that scan is a visual task. The scan takes about 9 seconds to complete, as you see on the bottom, and it can be even cancelled out in order to reset the timer, so keep that in mind. This is one of the tasks that other crewmates will be able to see if your visual tasks are on, which I will cover at the end of the video when I talk about settings. Now let's go to our last task. Once you have your task complete, your main focus should be on discovering who the imposters are. Now this can be in a variety of ways that I will cover later in the video. Now, as I was talking about visual tasks, one task that is visual on certain instances is trash. Now, this trash in O2 and this trash in cafeteria cannot be seen, but the trash at the bottom of the map can. Now, these are just examples of other tasks that you may see throughout your journey on Skeld. These are tasks that you will be assigned to, and they are randomized each time that you play the game, so you may not have the same tasks every time you play the game. Now, what do you do if you spot a body? What if someone has been murdered? Oh my gosh, whoa, orange. Whoa, dead body reported. What do you do? Now, the dummies are going to vote here, but in an ordinary instance, you're going to have to explain exactly what happened. You're going to have to know exactly where on the map it was. You're in navigation. Try to not act sus. I voted skip here, and as you can see, there's 1 vote per person, so no one's voted out. On a tie, no one is voted out within a voting system, but if there is anybody with a majority vote, then they are voted off. The only instance in which it is not true is if there is a majority for skip. Now, as you can see here, we're reporting a body in admin. There's only 4 people left and they have all voted. There's 3 of them. Uh-oh, they voted me out. 2 versus 1. That means that I'm gonna be sent out. See you later, guys. I'm just gonna get shipped out. But it said I wasn't the imposter, so I guess I can't be the imposter. Now we're gonna do some funny ghost tricks. Now after you die, you turn into a ghost that goes and does their tasks afterwards. This part is very important because when you are a ghost, you have the opportunity to get all of your tasks done as soon as possible, so that you don't even have to worry about the game anymore. Because you are dead, you don't have any influence on voting, you can't talk to the people who are alive, or else that's cheating, but you can get your tasks done in order to help them achieve their goal. Because if the ghosts don't do their tasks, then the crewmates are not going to win based off tasks. That's just simple facts. Now here we are in security, as you see, and in security on the map, there are cameras. There are 4 cameras on Skeld, and while they are on, you will see a red light. If you are a ghost though, the red light will not show on the cameras, so they will not see, because there's no impact on a ghost watching on cams, because you can't talk to the people that are actually in the game. Okay, now we're going to be hanging out as ghost mode, trying to figure out exactly how we can reset this, because I am not sure how to get out of this right now, because I've never actually done this. I completed the taskbar as a ghost and I thought it would be over now. I'm trying to get help from the dummies, but they're just not responding. Trying to call it for anybody. Send help, please, please send help. I don't know what to do, but you know, at the end of the day, subscribe to Danmu, you know, free shill. What can I say? He makes good content. Regardless, we're gonna go to the next tip. Okay, let's reset ourselves here and then go back to square one and see how it goes. The next important thing that I have to talk about for crewmates is the use of the emergency meeting. The emergency meeting button in Skeld is activated in Cafe in the middle. You press the button. There may be a limitation on how many emergency meetings you can do, but after you call an emergency meeting, you basically go into discussion, into a vote. Now within this actual simulation of what's going on, the dummies are just going to vote automatically, but this is where you would talk about any suspicions that you would have, saying, oh, this certain person did this, or I saw this, or this is where I was at, trying to convince everybody else that you know exactly what's going on. If you don't know what's going on and you're just throwing out random accusations, then all you're doing is helping the imposters. So Red decided that he was going to get voted out by blue, pink, and yellow here. That was completely off the wall. Did not know it was going to happen. See you later, Red. See you later, dummy number 1. I saw dummy number 2 was on his grind, and he's gone now. So that was the emergency meeting. You can use it at your leisure, deciding on what you want to do. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is everything that the imposter can do. So we talked about the crewmate, we talked about the crewmate side, and now we're going to talk about imposter. And you are able to do things such as kill and vent. Venting is a button that you can do on the bottom right here, and this is how you use it. You basically go in, you kill, don't report, go in, see the bottom right, go for the vent, go for the vent. Yeah, get out of there. You can go to reactor, go straight to reactor and vent. Oh, we're free and clear. Oh wait. They saw us vent because they didn't see us go into reactor. What do? We have a kill cooldown of 4 seconds. But wait, we vented, but the kill cooldown doesn't go down. That's right, we have to be outside of vent for the kill cooldown to go through. Then we kill them, go through, and we vent back out. You have to make sure to pick and choose your battles with venting, because it is an extremely risky maneuver, but also very effective. Impostor has a individual thing that they can do called sabotage. On Skeld, first thing you can do is close the doors. These doors are located on all the circles that you saw on the sabotage chart, which is different than the map chart, and you can locate that on the bottom right. If you want to close doors, you can go for all of the ones with the red X's, like I'm doing here, closing all of them. Once you do that though, you cannot go through and actually do any of the other sabotages. You cannot do reactor, electrical, O2, or comms, in which I will be going in depth about those. You have to wait for the cooldown to go through. Yes, okay, now we're going to make our way to reactor, and I'm going to show you exactly how the reactor sabotage goes down and how it works. So in reactor, there are 2 panels, on top and bottom. Once you're in reactor, you can see them. There's 2 vents as well for easy access. Reactor top and reactor bottom, that requires 2 people to be on each of the panels individually, one-on-one, and touching them just like this. The imposter can perform any of the individual sabotage saves, basically saving reactor or saving O2, as much as they want. But if no one gets the reactor in time, in the next 5 seconds, the whole ship's gonna blow up and the imposters win. Looks like the imposters won this one based off a critical sabotage, which I did not know it was called that until this very moment. Alright, but the cool thing as imposter, the thing that you can do, that you really want to do, and that you really want to think about, is a smooth kill. Yes. And that's how you do it. Once you have killed someone, you can also choose to report the body, but I would not advise doing that because you have to have your story backed up. Now as we go back through, we're going to go ahead and talk about O2. O2 is very similar to Reactor, in which you have to have 2 people go through and do each of the panels. They don't have to do them simultaneously, but all you're doing is inputting the 5-digit code on the post-it note located on the top right. The code for each of the panels will be the exact same, so don't worry about not knowing the numbers because they're right there in front of you. As I shuffle my way over to oxygen, I'm realizing that time is counting down super fast. I better get this done. Boom. Okay, I got it. Okay. Everything's under control, just like the imposter has it. Okay, now let's jump over to electrical here, and we're going to talk about the electrical sabotage, which is called lights. For lights, the actual perspective of the crewmate is lessened to a very small amount, such as the circle that I'm indicating here of the doorway. They see very narrow light sources, and so they will not be able to see any actions that you take. You can flip the light switches on or off at your leisure, but once they're all on, lights will come back on. One popular way to do this is to actually flick them on and off while distracting someone at the end of the game in order to delay a kill counter kill. We can go about that into way more detail in more advanced guides, but in the basic guide I want to keep it pretty simple. Now we're going to go into the last sabotage here, which is comms. Comms is a actual sabotage that will hide the entirety of the total task completed bar, so they actually can't see how many tasks are completed, and they actually won't be able to see their tasks on the map. So they have to go complete comms, or else they won't be able to know which place to go unless they know their tasks already. What you're looking for there is to go into the circle until it is no longer red, but rather showing green. Now, for a quick second, I want to talk about Impostor Vision, and I want to talk about how that affects the player. Every lobby can have different settings, but as an imposter, you usually are able to see things more. So use these lights and these different lines of vision in order to enhance your way of seeing where people are and spotting where potential kills can happen. So finally, I want to go over the settings, and confirm ejects basically says, do I want to know if the imposter I just shipped out of the ship, is that an imposter or not? Because if confirm ejects is off, then I will not know until the end of the game. Visual tasks on or off actually indicates whether you'll be able to see visual tasks such as the blaster of the asteroid's weapon, or the medbay scan as I indicated before. I'll go more in depth on these things and other features in other videos. But I just wanted to put a baseline for how these things work and how the settings correlate with the actual gameplay, because some people might not understand that visual tasks on or off can actually impact the gameplay. Now, if you go to the laptop in the lobby, you can go through and customize exactly how you want. They have numerous amounts of hats. They have some pets that you can buy with money, but I haven't shelled out any money for this game yet. And you have skins that you can apply as different uniforms. Alright guys, well, that's all I have for you today, and that's the Among Us tutorial. I hope to see you guys in the lobby someday soon. Thank you for viewing, and I hope you have a good day. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and tell me what Among Us content you want to see coming up. I want to make more Among Us videos and beneficial content.